Kate. Not re ke potsa gore bophelo ba loka ke tshwere sponsor TV Saturn pheta ka komane. Do you know what that feels like? A cold people. Hloga ya opa mru wa ko no tsa bona. Khani lena a le tshware ke komane.
Not really.
No.
No, not often. Yes, I do a lot, actually.
Not really.
No, not really. I'm very healthy.
Oh yeah, I get sick as well.
Okay, lena re le drang re lwala. Ka re lena ke le kile go clinicing na ke nngwe. I feel like I was like number 3,000 and 60,000 somewhere there. By the time I got to see the sister, guys, next year for dile, huh? I already aged 2 years. I'll take a karabo wago kaili chompo. There's like 1 million people living there. Nakanagana re gore ba phela jwang. What do they do when they all get sick?
Kamera mnu Karabo, ihlala kule location yalapha eKhayelitsha ndikhulele apha, of which Khayelitsha inabantu more than 1 million abahlala apha. Into endipassionate ngayo i-journalism ne-photography, and then the reason for that is because of their stories ezingayirechiyo i-media, isikakhulu especially ezenzeka kwi-community level. I'm part of the young network called Activate Leadership. So I'm also doing a voluntary work with Assortment Action Campaign, where I'm assisting community members with CV and other problems that they are facing. Khayelitsha is one of the biggest townships in South Africa, and we face lots of problems that are related to health issues. Basically, we have a big one hospital. It's called Khayelitsha District Hospital. And we have 3 youth clinics for young people. We have a males clinic. Most of the hospitals, it cannot accommodate abantu abaninzi abahlala apha eKhayelitsha. We have a problem with the shortage of nurses, not doctors. For example, if a side B clinic is out at 400 yabantu per day, and the rest, they should come the next day. And one of the bad stories that I've heard, because we're doing a research, was that when you go to a maternity hospital, so kuba problems oba amanese ayashouta and bayabetha balenda ba pregnant.
Okokuqala sifika apha ekliniki ngo-7 sifole, and then bona bafike ngexesha labo. I-lunch bayithatha from ngo-10 time bayobuya ngo-11. Ngo-1 baqabile usebenza asiphinde sibabone.
People who are working in there, they are few, you see, and the other people sometimes they go outside when it is raining. So that experience, I think, yes, it's good because the clinic is there, but they must do something as well.
We do have a private health care practitioners escoya around Khayelitsha, and it cost yazo it color from 200 upwards. Abantu bayaya kuzo, those who can afford. Health issues, one is HIV and AIDS, and nabantu abacha abangakwazi access to youth services because bahlala kude. So lonely end up banika ilendo problem ezininzi. Umuntu have to go to school, and then after school funyanzeke eye to a youth clinic ekufitshane naye. From there uzophinda I walk a long distance for bamakabuyele back endlini. So i-services for abantu abatsha azikho close to i-communities ezihlala kuzo. Khona i-challenge abantu abaphila nentsholongwane abasifayisayo. One, udiscriminate kwabo zinesi, uyi-shortage yamayeza. But they do report loo nto kwi-health committee yalapha esibhedlele, but most people abafilishi comfortable to report those cases to health committees because they are working together esibhedlele. So they would rather go to ama-NGOs and report those cases.
Andikho happy ngekliniki ezilapha indlela abenza ngayo.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Depends, yeah, but I think I do.
I used to.
Yeah.
but now no.
Myself personally, I wouldn't say I have easy access.
Yes, I have easy access to medical aid.
I actually use the government facility.
Yeah.
I just go to the doctor or the clinic.
My mom supports me. I have medical aid.
A lot of the times, if you don't have medical aid, your last resort is usually the clinic.
So I really have no problem with health issues and stuff.
Matata kunalo wona mafethu. Akuna medical aid. I'm waiting for the national health insurance because isn't it supposed to be the government's job to look after my health? Okay. Now that I say that out loud, it does sound a little pathetic, but what do they say about health?
They say your health is your wealth, but health as a national priority is a relatively recent idea. Germany was the first country in the world to have some sort of national health system. Germany's first chancellor, Otto von Bismarck, introduced a sickness insurance law in 1883. In 1911, Britain passed the National Insurance Act, which included primary healthcare for employed wage earners. These days, health insurance is a major political issue. South Africa's government is committed to establishing a national health insurance to give everyone access to quality health services. This is a far cry from apartheid days. Back then, there were 4 hospital systems: one for whites, one for Africans, one for coloreds, and one for Indians. Democracy has given South Africa immunity from certain political diseases, but we're still a sick country. HIV and AIDS and TB wreak havoc. Too many babies and mothers die in childbirth. Lifestyle issues like overeating, smoking, and drinking kill thousands. And then there's inequality. The rich buy good healthcare, the poor must take what they get. The good news is that we can work with the government to change this. First, commit to living healthy and happy. Second, get politically involved. Our government spends around 160 billion rand on healthcare every year. Much of this money goes to local clinics. Clinics are the heart of South Africa's healthcare system. They deal with the majority of day-to-day health issues. Municipalities are in charge of clinics. Councillors should ensure clinics are properly funded and well run, that they are serving people with passion and pride. Visit your local clinic. If they're doing a good job, tell them. If not, contact your councillor. You have the power to make South Africa safer and healthier for everyone.
I'll take a Cecil, not the lion. Mpuchor, his biggest health challenge is finding the perfect hangover cure. Maybe I don't have a cold after all.
The biggest challenges with regards to health that we face in the community now, I would say, is drug abuse. The effects of the abuse amongst youth is really scary. The age of abuse is decreasing because we're finding it more becoming rife in primary schools as well. Nyaupe addiction is very, very severe, and it definitely is not going to be able to be treated on an outpatient basis. So inpatient treatment facilities are really necessary. We offer rehabilitation services. We run 3 different programs. We've got an inpatient facility, we run an outpatient facility, and we also do a lot of awareness and prevention work out in the communities, targeting mostly schools. Our services basically are also subsidized by the provincial government. Providing treatment services for addiction, I think, is the responsibility of government as a whole. Local government is failing because I think in the south, this region over here, there's absolutely nothing from local government. The reason, I think, maybe a lack of funding, because it is a costly process, maybe lack of skills as well, but I think the bottom line is for lack of political will. There is a need. I think every community has a need for a service to treat addiction. So if people can come forward and request, there is a process called the IDP, which is rolled out in every community, and that is an opportunity for communities to provide information on what services they are needed, what resources are needed in the community. The ward councillors or people sitting in the offices, municipal offices, will then motivate for funds to be diverted into that particular program.
Our feet. I definitely do have cold, maybe even flu, or chicken pox, or something like that. I get say, or
Ebena, have you ever been sick?
Lots of times.
Yes.
Yes.
No, but once.
Yes.
Yes. I was sick once and I had to drink soup.
Once I had tonsillitis. We had to go to the doctor and I had like a whole stack of pills and medicine to take.
Right now I'm sick. I have flu,
Headaches, throat sore, tummy ache.
The worst cough I ever had is when I cough, it just like burns up here.
Who looks after you when you're sick?
My grandma and my grandpa and my mom.
My mom and dad.
Granny Maria and my kitty.
My mom.
Sometimes my mom or my dad or my granny.
Have you ever been to hospital?
Yes.
No.
A lot of times.
No.
For somebody else I have been.
Not when I was sick, just to visit people.
When I was young. I had an operation for my tonsils. They just looked at me and then they gave me an injection.
We were just waiting outside, waiting, and we heard Mom go, ah! What's going on in there?
Does your mom and dad ever get sick?
My dad is sick. My dad was sick once. My mom.
Yes.
Yes.
No, not so far.
No.
I've never seen them sick. Same things as me.
Sometimes my mom, when she's sick, she can't really walk properly.
She lies in bed. She had a pain in her hip a few years back. Then we had to rush her to hospital.
Would you like to be a doctor or nurse one day when you get big?
None. A doctor. Doctor.
None of those.
Not really. No.
Nope. No.
Because doctors help a lot of people.
I don't want to be looking at those organs. No.
To help people, a rock star and a ballerina teacher and a pet shop girl.
Do you know who's in charge of making sure our clinics have medicines and nurses and stuff like that?
The government or something.
I'm not sure. The doctors.
The doctor. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
No idea. Do you think I'm like a judge?
I think it's the doctors.
It's the government. Part of the government. The Department of Health.
In what cancer, what should happen? Kumele ukuthi kubekho i-health committee ezodilishana ne-problems only for health. And then if you experience a problem from Glo Clinic leyo ubuye kuyo, and then you come to your community if khange isolveke phaya.
They open at 8 until 4:30, 4 o'clock. Then if they extend the hours a bit, maybe by 3 hours or more, of which they can be able to serve more people.
Local government, when they provide i-bursaries, maka-check ukuthi ingaba lo muntu le bursary ayifunayo ngabe uyifuna because of i-passion yakhe or because of ufuna utshintsha i-careers. And even to umuntu like kwi-second year yakhe makabe involved kwi-clinic ekufitshane abone uba i-role anoyidlala yena within lo clinic leyo ingayintoni. I-mobile clinics funeke zibe khona because as a youth clinics zikhoyo apha azikho enough for abantu, for more than 1 million abantu abahlala apha eKhayelitsha. So konyanzeka babe ne-mobile clinics ezivithela ezi areas zikude, and even nasesikolweni bekho i-nurse esikolweni ezokwazi uba uye banengxaki and ikwazi ukureferishela to i-clinic ekufitshane rather than wena uziyele eclinic. izibhedlele ezikhoyo apha eKhayelitsha zezethu thina abahlali ayizozibhedlele zogqirha okanye oonesi abasebenza phakathi eklinikhi. Sometimes if bawuhlela wenzeni, we should go to a clinic, do i-voluntary work xa ubona uba ikliniki le nto i-overcrowded. Thatha imop ukline or uhambe uyosebenza kwizinto ze-data capture. At least you can make a small change kule situation le siyifesayo xa siye ezikliniki.
Private or
Private.
Private.
Public.
And I say that with full confidence.
It's got benefits to it.
Things are so much easier because you pay.
Where people really pay, there is quality and they really take care of you.
You get better service and you get better treatment.
It's clean. You're well taken care of.
If it gets a bit rough, I wouldn't mind government.
Okay, so mo letsogong le le tee re na le the government healthcare. And then on the other hand, re tshwere private healthcare. So then mo mogareng go na leng? That's the space for the NGOs.
Love Life is a national youth development organization. Our vision is that we want to build a better future that's powered by the energy and idealism of young people. And we do this by building complete young leaders for that better future. And of course, this means you have to deal with many issues, such as the health issues of a young person. But when I look at young people today, I think the issues have changed. HIV is still a problem, yes, but the issues have changed. There is now much bigger drug problems that affects the young person's mental ability or affects their physical ability to survive. I think TB is another big problem amongst young people. Sexually transmitted infections is a big problem. And we are starting to see more and more cancer develop or other issues, lifestyle issues such as high blood pressure and so on. South Africa's public clinics really has comprehensive services available at the clinic. We have things like HIV counseling and testing. We have fertility management for young women. We have screening services that's available. We have a whole bunch of services. Perhaps one of the things we have to work much better on as a country and as a society is how are people educated about these services. So what Love Life does with government is that we mobilize young people in the community to access the service. So we do education in schools, we do educations in the community with young people. So talking about HIV, talking about teenage pregnancy, talking about STIs, talking about TB, talking about peer pressure. So talking about all these issues. And while we are doing that, referring young people to a service. If a young person does have a situation at the clinic where they didn't get a good service, the first person to go to would be the facility manager. So each clinic anywhere in the country has someone who's managing that facility, and that person also has to make sure that customer satisfaction is really good.
From patient to customer. I like the sound of that. Okay, Karabo, Dincham Kada.
Thetha noKarabo kwaMonatis ndifowuna kwi-organization abayibiza uba yi-Sanitary Pads Campaign apha eKhayelitsha. Ndandikhe ndaku-imeyilela ngenye imini ndizise ii-pads apho kwi-ofisini. So ngoku zikhona ezinye esifuna uzozidropha apha kuni. I think zii-boxes around 15 to 20. The reason that I'm doing this sanitary pads drive is because each and every month, young girls are missing almost five days per week because of menstruation, and they can't go to school, and they have to stay at home if they don't have the sanitary pads. So by distributing the sanitary pads to the young girls is to say that you can continue with your education while you have the menstruation. Here are the pads, go to school. So Leland, so indenzekani kukho i-campaign endiyenzayo siyibiza uba yi-Sanitary Pads Campaign yenzeka apha eKhayelitsha. So into esiyenzayo sihamba sinikisa ii-pads kubantwana abangamantombazana. We're here at Joe Slovo High School where we're handing over sanitary pads. And then we also had a little chat with the students where they ask questions such as, where can we get the pads? We don't have pads at school, so where can we get it? Where is the youth clinic? Because we're staying far away from the location where we're staying, and then we have to walk to school.
Amanye amantombazana ayoyika kuya kukliniki ngoba baye babe nenhloni zoba into bayeleyo mhlawumbe bayayifihla bona as i-secret yabo.
It is important because thina singamantombazana siyamenstruata, so ke ngoku apha kwalapha esikolweni siyafunda ngayo loo nto leyo, so siyayithanda thina bawukara bazosinika ii-pads besikolweni.
The only thing that I could say is that we are the young people and we are not the future leaders. We are leading now to make sure that there's a change in this country. How do you lead? You go out there and put your eggs.
My parents.
My parents.
If I'm working myself.
Zuma.
Yo, bafethu. Ke kwa nkare ke fodile no. Anyway, re khwetše go Facebook and find us on Twitter and tell us re botse gore ke eng e o di shang madi a gago. All right, until next week guys, it's goodbye from me. Have a good time. Have a good night. No, seriously, bro. E kwa fodi ya ka, bro. I feel like I'm better now. Yo.
Did you know? The IEC will do anything and everything in their power to ensure that everyone gets to vote. Oh my gosh, friend, are you okay? Oh my God. What's happening? Guys, this can't be my life. I was supposed to lose my virginity, and now I can't do the deed because of stupid foot.
Oh my gosh, Faith. That means you have to wait another 4 years.
4 years, sir?
You are what? I'm going to 4 years.
Oh, guys, 4 years is too long. I've already waited 18 years for this.
Guys, are you sure there's not something we can do?
Oh, sister honey girl. You see, I have consulted with the internet gods and found that you, my friend, you qualify for a special vote. Yeah.
I do?
Yes.
Okay.
So here, have a break, have a biscuit.
That's a tough one.
I'd rather live one life than last 1,000 years.
1,000-year life.
One life. No, just once.
Definitely 10 lives.
I can't imagine coming back again.
Coming back, no.
There's a lot of adventure because you just do it, it's over and done with it.
It's like failing and coming back to school to the same grade.
But when you do it the next time, it's like, I did it before, so what's the point?